Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Ghina Ananda Septiany. I am from PBI 4th semester class B, and today I'm going to tell you about TEYL in Indonesia, or we call Teaching English for Young Learners in Indonesia, especially about the issues TEYL in Indonesia. For the first, I will talk about curriculum and policy. In 2013, the Indonesian curriculum eliminated English as a compulsory subject in elementary schools, making it an extracurricular and elective subject instead. This led to inconsistent English instruction across schools, with some teaching it as a local context, others as an extracurricular, and some not at all. However, right now, in 2024, the Minister of Education, Culture, Research, and Technology implement the Curriculum Merdeka Belajar, a curriculum which reinstates English as a compulsory subject in elementary schools for underdeveloped, frontier, and outermost, or we call 3T areas. There is a 3 years transition period until English become a mandatory for all schools starting in 2027 and 2028 school year. For the second, I will talk about teacher competence and belief. Teacher competence and belief, of course, play significant roles in the effective implementation of teaching English to young learners in Indonesia. First, teacher competence. There are pedagogic and professional competencies. According to a study that I read, AYL teacher competency, all 14 respondents showed excellent pedagogic and professional competencies when instructing students in English using a synthetic approach. For the second, teaching English in elementary school, studies show how crucial it is to have certified and experienced teacher carry out the TEYL program. But according to the research that I read, 16% of classroom teacher is 70% is not in the English education program, but in 20% is from English education program. And next is about teacher beliefs. Beliefs of prospective teachers. According to a study on their attitudes toward TEYL, prospective teachers frequently have contradictory views about teaching, which may have an effect on how they prepare their lesson and carry out their instruction. The purpose of this study was to maximize learning outcomes and raise awareness by aligning the attitude of aspiring teachers with their instructional design and practice. Second, teacher cognition. Studies highlight how important teacher cognition, including beliefs, is in influencing instructional strategies. In order to effectively support teacher professional growth, it is imperative to comprehend and address the beliefs that shape their behavior and decision-making in the classroom. Next, about material and resource. The change to curriculum in Indonesia have affected materials and resources used for teaching English in schools. Kurikulum Merdeka gives schools teachers more freedom atau kebebasan to create their own curriculum and learning materials. Instead of using single national curriculum, it is impacted into the material and resources become authentic, like news, podcast, video, games, and etc. which are relevant with local context. It is focusing on creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, and communication of young learners. In addition, it's more flexible for the teachers to develop the material resources depends on student needs. And right now, I think material resources, it has good quality because the material becomes more interesting, contextual, and encourage active student involvement. But its success depends on the teacher's capacity to implement it. About implement, I will explain about implementation. In Indonesia, the implementation of TEYL faced several challenges, including the status of English as a local subject, the competence and educational background of the teacher, and the socio-economic background of the parents. Most of the teachers are not English language education graduates, like what I said, and lack of necessary pedagogical skills, which can have a negative impact of the quality of children's English teaching. Additionally, the social and economic situation of families can affect children's desire to support to English, and there is a significant difference between rural and urban implementation of TEYL. So, with a student-centered implementation is recommended to teaching English for young learners. And there is CLEL, or we call Content and Language Integrated Learning Approach, which integrates language learning with other subjects, providing students with contextualized language use and increasing the effectiveness of TEYL implementation. So that's all from me. Sorry if I say something wrong, I think. Thank you and goodbye.